Starting art is honestly one of the easiest things to do today. More if all you need is a pencil and a sheet of paper. And to boot, you have access to social media which houses unlimited advice for what to do and not to do. But not all these advices are good, and even some of the good ones can be bad if misunderstood. My name is Beam, and I started my art journey a year ago. During this time, I took in a lot of advice, and I would like to share my not really good experience of some good advice. Just draw. This is the most popular art advice out there. It's the just right for the writer community. Anyone that's even had a bit of advice on starting would have heard of this, and it's also the advice responsible for bringing in a lot of beginner artists. But there are a lot of experienced artists calling it a bad advice. It's vague, easily misleading, and only works well for anyone that just wants to start drawing, especially if they've not done anything at all or think they'll start after getting the right material. The issue comes after that stage because it can lead to a random drawing practice that never leads to a goal. A situation where you draw every day but can't seem to improve even after a long time. One might even find someone with similar time and effort spent improving better than them. For me, I knew I wanted to draw and I had a lot of stuff I could be drawing, but I still couldn't bring myself to draw when I was told to just draw. I later found out that it was because I didn't have a specific goal I was targeting. So it became hard to select what to practice every single time. The advice is just too vague and often gives little to no context. All it tells you is to draw. It doesn't tell you what to draw or how to draw. It's best for someone that hasn't drawn anything yet, but bad for anyone that's past that stage. The tool doesn't matter. The tool is only as good as the user. It doesn't matter if it's a tab or a pencil, you won't make better art without the skill. Trying not to be biased, there's little to no issue to this advice. The only one I can think about is that it doesn't tell you it's okay to get the best tools if you have the ability, which is why I have a personal beef with this advice, because I ignored digital art for a very long time. I thought it wouldn't matter, which would have been true if digital art wasn't so uncomfortable for me at that time. And even when I started digital, I avoided using custom brushes because of the advice. The advice really only meant that it shouldn't be a bother if your tools aren't the best, and it shouldn't be an excuse to do nothing. I just wish it came with of course, it's okay to get the best tools free. Have a project. This is also not a bad advice, and it's very straightforward. The only reason I'm mentioning it is because I got things wrong again, but in a different way to the tools advice. When I was told to have a project, I really didn't know what that meant at first. I felt it wasn't the 4 hours in a sitting drawings I did, so I tried aiming for something higher. But the thing with projects is they should be achievable, and the only way to know what's achievable is to fail at what's not achievable. I didn't know that back then, so when I failed at creating a manga chapter in a month, I was crushed. I felt like it was impossible for me and thought giving myself more time wasn't worth it, because I had the mentality that you need to work hard in order to achieve anything back then. And my definition of hard at that time was very extreme. I got over it a while and came to a LDR realization. More because I'm actually lazy than smart, but I still think the advice should come with more explanation on how to plan your project. I feel every advice should come with explanations on how and when to use them, as well as why to even listen to them in the first place. A lot of advice that can be misunderstood, and these are only some that I misunderstood. If you are any smarter than I am, and I believe most of you are, you shouldn't have the issues I had with this advice. And if you're on the same wavelength with me, let me know your experience in the comments. Regardless, it's very important to take time to try and understand what an advice really means before jumping to conclusions, because misunderstanding an advice can really lead to very serious things. And like I said earlier, let me know in the comments if you have a similar experience, whether it's one of these advice or even if it's another advice. Also, if you have any advice or critique on my video, let me know in the comments. Again, my name is Beam, and this is Art with Beam. Thanks for watching. See you next video.